Tonight's topic is polycystic ovarian syndrome, better known as PCOS. Now, I have been diagnosed with this since I was 24, and I have had a wonderful doctor. She's no longer in the area, and you have no idea. When she walked in the room and told me that I had PCOS, I had been to 14 other doctors, 14 other times of going to doctors, and all of them gave me different diagnoses. It was when I went to the doctor before going to Dr. Horvat that helped my mother, actually, because she had a grapefruit size cyst, and then she had to be rebuilt to have me. And but she didn't have PCOS, which is very strange because PCOS is inherited, and for this not to be found throughout my family, on my mom's side at least, is unusual. The only link that I can really go back to is that my great-grandma Kane, which would have been my mom's grandma, or mom's mom, on my mom's side. Anyway, she had diabetes, and that is about the closest that I can come. She also had a baby that was stillborn. Other than that, I can't really trace it down, which is unusual, I know. But with PCOS, there's mood swings. It's a lot harder to relate to some people, and they don't always understand where you're coming from. And it's a struggle because with polycystic ovarian syndrome, it's like it's a hormonal imbalance for women. And so, like I said, between the mood swings, when you're fighting depression, especially, it's rough. It's hard not to be happy one moment and then break down crying the next. And it may be over the simplest thing. You need support from your friends and your family. And I am blessed to have friends that understand or try to understand my moods. It makes it very hard sometimes with your family to handle the mood swings because, of course, there's always, when you're going to find the right man, and it's hard to find a man that will put up with a chronic disease that is so frustrating with all of the side effects of PCOS. And you want to find a suitable match of a man to choose to marry you, because there's always that possibility of not being able to have your own children. When I was diagnosed, I was blessed to have Dr. Horvat go in and do ovarian drilling. They removed 8 cysts from each inside of the left and right ovary, as well as the outside of the left and right ovary. I was rebuilt on the right side, being wedged, that is. She told me I could still have children. I had to watch what I ate very closely in order to fulfill that dream. And I have always longed to be a mother, to have that gift and the blessing of that baby in your arms, looking up at you, knowing that's part of you that you're passing on. That is what I long for. Sorry. You know, with PCOS, you struggle with your weight, because your weight is always an up and down roller coaster. It's never just even. And you know, you can simply say that, oh, it's easy, she must be overweight because she must be eating junk food. I'm here to tell you that is not the case. And let me tell you, with this weight, when she told me to keep my weight in check, and when I was with Mike, I ran to food because there was that feeling that I wasn't good enough. I couldn't measure up because I was in my mind already going, second guessing myself, going, how am I going to be good enough if I can't give him a baby? Even though we weren't married, we were in a relationship, I was worried that I couldn't conceive his child, so he would leave me. And there's always that fear. With every guy that I get into a relationship with, I worry that I'm not good enough because of the PCOS. And you know, PCOS has a history of high blood pressure because of the weight gain. And let's not forget that I have worked very hard to come from where I was at, which was at my heaviest, going towards 300 pounds, to now. At one point I was down to 145, and I am working back to get back down to 145, because like I said, what matters most to me is having my own child. You know, we may not be the best speakers, us girls with PCOS, the best dressers, or the prettiest. Because of the insecurities, it's hard to fight the symptoms that never seem to be ending. And to the men out there, we know that you have that perfect vision, you know, the 36, the 24, the 36, or as you call it, the perfect tens. And it's so hard to compete with that. And that's one reason that I'm second guessing myself, I guess, so much in my case. Because I'm not a Beyonce or a Jessica Simpson or anyone in that nature. I'm just an average, everyday country girl, PCOS diva. And some of our friends out there who can't relate because you don't have the symptoms that a woman has that has PCOS, where everything is on time for you all. There's definitely months where that doesn't happen on time. Sometimes that's one of the things that doctors say is a blessing. It's a curse. Because if it was a blessing, we wouldn't have to put up with the side effects of knowing of high blood pressures out there waiting on us if we gain weight. Diabetes is waiting on us if we gain weight. And it's just, to me, like a getting you ready, knowing it's down the road, knowing you better prepare now, because if you don't, the side effects later can catch up with you. So I ask that you understand, going into PCOS Awareness Month, everything that us divas struggle with. I ask that you take time to educate yourself and really get to know why it's not a blessing and it is a curse. And we are divas because we struggle with, but yet we overcome, so therefore we are warriors. And hoping and knowing the best is yet to come, and that dreams and miracles do come true if you work for them. And I know for myself and for all of the PCOS women out there, it's very embarrassing to admit that you have it, but it's a struggle that it is silent and hushed, if you will. And some people even say the invisible, but it's not invisible when you have to live with it. And you struggle in knowing that you may not be able to give your man the ultimate gift of a child. And you worry that he would leave you for someone who could give him a child, or for someone who doesn't have the mood swings, or get depressed, or has any other side effect like going into diabetes or high blood pressure or weight gain, but accepts you for you. Goodness knows I'm still struggling with that, and I pray that my man is out there and that I can overcome this, and that he would be by my side, supporting me every step of the way and wanting a child. Because God's greatest gift is children. So this is for my PCOS Awareness Month video. I'm signing off. God bless you all who struggle with this. We are all warriors, and we will win.